Students will log in using a code that is unique to them. Students are prompted to record their reading that allows the system to determine what level they should start the program. For demonstration purposes, we have sped up the process to show you each component. First, they'll be introduced to 3 words. If they are able to read the words, they will be shown 3 clusters of sentences. And lastly, they will be shown paragraphs. The system assesses their accuracy and fluency to determine whether they should start the program at level 1 if they cannot read the 3 words, level 4 if they can't read the sentences, level 7 if they can't read the paragraphs, or level 10 if they can complete all tasks correctly. Next, students see all of the different tasks that they can do while using eKidz, represented by icons that they will use throughout the program. The system shows them all 12 levels, but starts them at their appropriate level based on the leveling task. Here, they are going to record the story, and after each page, they can listen to their own recording and re-record it or save it. They have this choice all throughout the book. Children love having the power to make this decision themselves. This builds confidence as readers in an environment that feels safe and private. The listening task, as you can see, has a karaoke style of support for them as it highlights each word that is read to them. Students can choose whether to listen to the book first before recording themselves read the book. They listen to a proficient reader reading accurately, with fluency and with prosody. At lower levels, the modeling is slow, similar to slow books on tape strategy. At higher levels, it's read at a normal reading pace. Once they've completed listening to the story and recorded it themselves, they are presented with reading comprehension task. Questions increase in complexity from right there types of questions to higher order thinking questions. There is also an icon with the image of a book and back arrow that allows them to go back and look into the book to reference the text to find the answers. At the lower levels, there are fewer questions and one answer choice as the correct answer. At higher levels, there are more questions of increasing difficulty. For these levels, there may be 2 choices, as indicated by the box up in the left corner. They're given immediate feedback from this task. As you can see here, the reading accuracy is very good, but their fluency is less than 80 words per minute. They can look at the feedback from the AI tutor, which will give them encouragement about their accuracy and a teaching point, which in this case is that they can become faster in their reading by doing repeated reading of the text. This is encouragement for them to use the strategy of practicing before they record themselves reading each page in future books. The system will then give them a sample page from the story that they can reread and record again. By clicking on the play button, they can listen to themselves and evaluate how they did. They get immediate feedback again from the AI tutor that encourages continued progress. The final task is a creative response, which is either writing or speaking to a question that is posed to them that's based on the topic that they've just read about. It's asking their opinion, or it may ask for an argumentative response. The AI tutor is there to encourage them along as they write. This is a non-threatening environment that feels like a private conversation. So here the child has written a topic sentence. I think every school should have a recycling program. When they can't think of anything else to add, they engage with the AI tutor by writing in the comment box. Positive comments are always at the beginning of every response from the AI tutor, and these can be read by the student, or they can click on the speaker icon that allows them to listen to the AI tutor's response. Much like the classroom teacher would do, but often does not have the time to dedicate to each individual child, this feedback guides them along and gives them ideas, posing questions that cause them to think about what it is they would like to generate as ideas. AI Tutor prompts them to come up with an idea for why or how they would provide a solution to the problem. The child writes, "Every child should have a water bottle." When they don't know how to continue, they go back to the conversation with their AI tutor. The AI tutor gives them more positive encouragement and then provides a suggestion. Instead of just saying a water bottle, to add the word reusable. The AI tutor prompts the child to add details to give a reason for their idea. Writing requires thinking, and children grow as writers as new ways of expressing their ideas are presented to them. As you can see, the AI tutor's emphasis is on ideas first, and then they can interject some convention suggestions that helps the child to spell better or to use better grammar. In this case, the child was not ready for adding details. That's okay. The AI tutor meets the child right where they are in the process of growing as a writer. It is not uncommon for the child to ask for the AI tutor to write for them. Well, the AI tutor is not going to write for them, but it's going to continue to pose questions that cause the child to think about the topic and come up with their own ideas. Writers grow as they become more and more willing to take risks in a non-judgmental environment. Here the child is able to come up with 2 more ways that schools can encourage their recycling programs. Notice that the child does not add supporting details, but they are able to generate 3 unique ways that kids can help with recycling. Once again, the AI tutor prompts them to add supporting details. This child is not ready for this next level of writing proficiency. This suggestion can be modeled for the child in later conversations with the AI tutor. At this point, the child stops writing. They may have needed to move on to another task in the classroom, or they just may have maxed out at this point in the writing process. They will save this writing so that they can come back to it to continue to work on it at a later time. eKidz writing becomes a through-the-year portfolio of the child's writing attempts that shows their growth as a writer. At the end of every level, there is a comprehension test very similar to the end of book assessment. It has no picture support. It provides students and teachers with accuracy, fluency, and comprehension data that shows that they are ready to progress to the next level. Students don't have to read every book at each level. If their formative data indicates that a particular level that they have been working on is too easy, they can proceed to the end of level reading comprehension task and move forward. eKidz presents a personalized workspace for students that is flexible and adapts to meet their independent practice needs. It captures the reading through voice recognition and provides teachers and parents with ongoing formative data of their reading and writing progress.